Welcome in, guys. This is season 2, episode 1, and oddly enough, this is our 51st episode. Also, is our anniversary. This is when we first started a year ago today. Nice and strong. Somehow, but we got a big day today. Got a little bit of NFL, a little bit of basketball, Olympics going on. So let's get right into it, bro. Today for the fantasy draft, we're gonna draft a starting 5 of the USA NBA players that are not on Olympics. And my buddy Cam, you can start. Who you got first?
All right.
Let's say, for example, everyone's healthy.
Yeah, everyone's healthy. Fuck. Obviously, for my point guard, I'm gonna go with Kyrie Irving.
Ooh, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. Are we going point guard? Are we going down, or is it just
point guard?
Okay, that's fine. I think you left off the better person. I'm gonna give you Jalen Brunson. Might be a better fit for right now, but Kyrie obviously wouldn't be a bad pick.
I like that. All right. Fuck. If he was healthy, I'm going LaMelo Ball.
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. My next pick, he probably is a point guard. I should have messed this up a little bit. We'll switch to 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But this guy's electrifying. Just imagine him being in the Olympics. Give me John Morant.
Damn it. He's just been out for so long, I didn't even think about it.
I forgot about him. When I first came up with this list, he was one of the first guys I thought of. Because imagine him high flying, dunking on Wemby's ass and stuff like that.
Speaking of high flying, if this guy's healthy, give me fucking Zion Williamson.
Damn, that was my next pick. All right, that's a good pick. That's fine. We can't leave off the Finals MVP. So let's give him some love. Let's go Jaylen Brown.
God damn it. I just forgot him, just like Kurt forgot about Tatum.
Yep, exactly. We'll get into that.
Alright, I think this one's a steal.
Okay.
Since he's not actually on the team now, give me Kawhi Leonard.
I guess you can have that one. That's fair. Let's see.
I mean, he's in the pictures, but, you know.
Right.
Once the Olympics start, that roster's finalized.
No, that's a good pick.
Now it's kind of, it's whoever you want to fit on your team, honestly.
Right. At my 4, I kind of like this guy, you know. He's John Morant's teammate. Give me Jaren Jackson Jr.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think he might be someone to look forward to in the future.
See, the centers are hard now.
A lot of the centers, low-key, are like not from America, it seems like.
I know, I can't think of an actual fucking center. I could go real small ball, but man, NBA centers. Let's go to Google real quick.
No, Hudson. No.
All right. Let's
No.
see.
Dude. No,
We can go so many different options here. God damn, they're all fucking foreign.
I was gonna say, there's not a lot of normal guys in there.
Alright, fuck it. We're going small ball. We're going real small ball. We're just gonna run up and down the court.
Yep.
Give me Paolo Banchero.
Oh, okay. Probably future USA guy.
Yeah, and he's a good 6'10".
Right. It's not a bad pick.
So as of right now, I got Kyrie Irving, LaMelo Ball,
Stop.
Zion Williamson, Kawhi Leonard, and Paolo Banchero. It's going a little small, but try to keep the pace up. You got Kyrie the ball handler. LaMelo can do everything, just like Kyrie. Zion high flying at 3. Kawhi can play with 4 easily. And then you got Paolo, who is a mini LeBron. Right now, Jakob, he has Jalen Brunson, John Morant, Jaylen Brown,
All right. And for
Jaren Jackson.
my final pick, this one's gonna probably hear me.
Who's your final?
Let's go. We're gonna go real small here too. Let's go. Chet Holmgren.
Interesting. I honestly thought you were going to go Paul George.
No, I didn't even think about him. I was thinking more of a center, and he's kind of a young, up-and-coming talent. Give me Chet.
Damn, shout out to Paul George. You missed this list too.
Be facts.
Now, the question is, could this team, obviously they lose to Team USA right now, but I think this team could win gold.
Oh, for sure.
Because they still beat Canada.
Stop.
So, if you're watching Olympics basketball started on Saturday, and I believe it's going to be USA versus Canada, and it's going to be Dylan Brooks going against fucking LeBron.
Yeah, that's what I think too. So we'll see how it goes. Serbia, I think, is a good team, and don't sleep on South Sudan.
No, for real.
Did your thing just die?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my charger.
All right.
Go over what we're gonna talk about.
All right, so there's a couple things we're going to go into. We'll just get into the NBA talk. Obviously, we're going to talk about how Team USA beat Serbia. Nikola Jokic, Nikola Jovic, Bojan Bogdanovic, a bunch of NBA players on there. We'll also get into LeBron is still being the best player in the world. KD is just the absolute weapon. The couple players who didn't play and why. We'll also get into some other things about NFL, about how Jordan Love is the $1 million man. Flag football is going to be coming to the Olympics in the U.S. in 2028. We'll talk about that as well. And then some MCU news. I haven't watched the new movie yet, but Cam has, so we'll get his thoughts on that. Also, there's a new evil villain in the MCU. It's a familiar face.
Very.
We'll also get into that as well. So, after yesterday's Game 1 at 11 o'clock in the morning, Cam, what is your reactions to Team USA beating Serbia?
I was very happy. They scared me at first. They started off slow. Serbia was just hitting threes.
Yep.
Which mostly I feel like Europeans, like, they just hit threes.
Right.
Like, that's how they stay in games and make shots. But LeBron's fucking Captain America.
Captain America, bringing the Avengers together, baby.
Basically, and he proved why he's not just the best player in the NBA right now, he's in the world.
It's a crazy thing about Jordan could never. He's 39 years old, almost 40 years old, and he's proving he's the best player in the world, which is crazy to talk about. I mean, obviously, we talk about in the NBA terms, Jokic being the best player in the world, but you can still, sometimes you say you can still can, but LeBron, man, he's the GOAT for a reason. I watch these games, I watch the highlights, and just think, GOAT. I mean, there's no other way I can think about it, man. There's no way he should be playing the way he should. And honestly, we'll never see a guy 39 years old playing as well as he is right now.
Oh, Jordan was at a casino right now smoking cigars and drinking scotch.
Right, literally. And then we'll just move into the next person too. I mean, KD, not playing real basketball, comes in, goes 8 for 9, lights out, proves that, you know, in this world where LeBron is the best player, that KD's always been the second best player in the league behind him for that short term in the league. You know, KD's just an absolute weapon, man. Straight bucket. Probably, if we had a one-on-one tournament with every NBA player of all time, KD would come out and be the best.
Yeah, it'd probably be KD.
Yeah.
Especially if you got ball first.
Yeah, you know you're not going to get the ball back. There's no way you can stop him. He can score from 20 different levels. Doesn't matter where he's
Only
at.
person I think that could actually guard him, which he's only a rookie, but it's Wemby. This
Right.
is the only hand that can actually affect Durant in a shot.
Right.
Other than that, if he misses, it's just because he missed.
Yeah, exactly. He misses because he missed, like you said. There's no one going to even like stop his shot, you know. We'll see how he does the rest of the NBA career, because I still think he can progress into being a long-term player with the way he plays, but we'll find out, man. We'll find out. Love KD, love Team USA. Let's go win that gold, baby. All right, now it's going to be interesting. Obviously, I think we know Tyrese Haliburton probably fell out of the lineup just because he's a young guy. He's probably going to be the future, going to be there in 2028. But the dude that has all the talk with the main cut, always wiping his head down, you know, look at the flow. Jason Tatum doesn't get any minutes. We've been hearing about it all day. What are your thoughts of him not getting any minutes?
I think it's two things. First, Kevin Durant was out in the exhibition games.
Right.
And that's just another reason going back on why I was nervous. I was like, all the games are close.
Right.
He's a secret weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Because, first of all, you got LeBron. All right, you can try guard, but you won't. Curry, just make sure you close on threes. Then you got basically AD or Bam down low or Embiid. But what about Kevin Durant?
Right.
Because he can do anything. That just puts him over the top. That's why they won gold. But then also, I think that's why Tatum didn't play.
Yeah.
Because KD and Tatum basically do the same thing. 3 and then driving the paint.
Right.
But you need a defensive guy, and that's Jrue Holiday, why he started, and Derek White, why he came off the bench.
Right.
Jason Tatum's a better player, but with that many scores and KD going off like that, and Curry and LeBron, you just need an energy guy, and that's what Derek White did. He had blocks, steals, leading the break.
Yeah, Derek White's a perfect role player for this squad.
Exactly, and that's why he played more. Tatum should play, he will. I think Kerr, he said, is stupid of him, but I mean, the flow of the game, and it's not like they're ever down.
Right.
And they always broke away because of fucking KD and LeBron.
Yeah, if KD's going 8 for 8, you're not going to take him out. I also think it's matchups as well. I mean,
Exactly.
it seemed like Serbia had a lot of guard play and they were big with Jokic, so you want to play big and like smaller guards to guard. So Jrue Holiday and Derek White just fit that perfectly. Tatum's just a big wing, and they don't have a lot of big wings. He's gonna play. Just depends on matchup in these Olympics.
Kerr said he's gonna play in the next game,
Right.
which is tomorrow at 3.
Yep.
I mean, he should play. I think maybe Kerr's still just salty about the Celtics because they don't like them, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, they won. So.
Yeah, true. And I will say next season, whenever the Celtics Warriors play, whatever the over is for Jason Tatum points, I would hit that because I'm pretty sure there's a little spite for him to go prove him like, hey, you should have played me.
And probably Jaylen Brown.
And probably Jaylen Brown too for not making the team. So yeah, I would agree with that as well. And then just all around, man, Steph, Ant, Book, Jrue had big games. I like the way you put this. The big, quiet night, but loud.
Yeah,
they said that.
They didn't score a lot. Like, Embiid sucked.
Right.
AD didn't score that much except that lob, really.
Yep.
And I don't think Bam scored, or maybe he had one jumper.
Yeah.
But they don't need to do that because you have all those other guys that we talked about, Steph, Ant.
Right.
Book fucking played an amazing game.
Yeah.
That's another guy, like, Book can shoot the 3 better than Tatum.
Right.
And he's a guard.
Right.
But the big guys, they have blocks. They locked up Jokic basically.
Right.
Jokic couldn't do that much because AD or Bam or Embiid was bodying him all day. But you had 3 bigs to throw at Jokic, and we've seen back in the bubble. That's what you do.
That's how you beat him.
To slow him down.
Right.
And he can't rely on Jamal Murray. It looked kind of weird. Jokic would go top of the key and he could do that little screen where Murray would try to run around, but his Serbian players, they wouldn't do that because they're not used to it.
Right.
But yeah, that's why the bigs, they're quiet on the offensive side, but big in the fucking paint.
I also think Joel Embiid's kind of a weird fit right now too. He doesn't fit this 5-out kind of offense. He's kind of, when he gets the ball, he wants to score and attack, but
and he goes slow.
And he's real slow because you can just tell like he may not be in the best shape right now. He may still not be still recovering from that injury. But I really like, I don't know how you feel about this, but like the Bam AD at the 4 and 5, that's amazing. The way they play together, they feed off each other really well.
And Bam and AD, the way they play center, they can go off the pick and roll and catch lobs. Like that's what the centers are. That's what they've always done. Go back to the 2012 team, DeAndre Jordan.
Right.
He's caught
That's
lobs.
all he did.
Tyson Chandler.
Yeah.
Or DeAndre in 2016.
Right.
But the center is not going to touch the ball that much.
Right.
It's basically in the Olympics, it's all guards and wings.
Right.
But that's why I think AD should start.
I think he should
And
too.
he looked more lengthier and better on defense than Embiid did against Jokic.
He just fits better with the scheme and how they play. AD
And
is
the pace.
and the pace, but Embiid's MVP, and I think Kerr's just giving him his flowers. I mean, Embiid has had some critical comments.
Embiid will have the game where he dominates.
Right.
Like South Sudan, just throw it down to him every time.
Right, and he'll do his thing, and everyone else can take a little break or whatever.
Yeah.
Even Steph, man. Steph didn't have a great shooting game, but I mean, he's going to have a game, one of these games, where he's going to have like 30 points, just go off.
And he hit big threes as well.
Right, and timely threes.
Timely threes, yeah. And that fucking one, he turned around before he even fucking got halfway to the rim.
Yeah, literally. No, he was looking good, man. It's been good for Team USA, and I'm excited to see what these Olympics still have in store.
All right, now let's go with NFL talk.
Okay.
Somehow, a quarterback, they didn't win the division, only won 9 games, but because of that, this guy named Jordan Love becomes the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts is this is a projection payment. A lot of quarterbacks got paid this offseason, so I think they're projecting that what he can be.
Yeah.
I think he will be that guy that earns $55 million because what he did show at half a season, but we do got to put it in context. He only played well for half a season.
Yes.
The beginning half, he was still learning how to figure it out. But we talked about during the football season, the Packers probably have the best young receiving core, and him to grow with them and get better, I think it's going to be okay. And as a Lions fan, pay Jordan Love. I think we got his number. He beat us on Thanksgiving, but you know, it's all right. Jordan Love's a good player, and it's going to be crazy how they go from Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, now to Jordan Love. We'll probably never see that again.
And I do like Jordan Love. I actually like him. I think he could be one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Just it's very early. If he tears ACL, Blake still gets guaranteed $55 million.
Right.
I don't know. What was it? 4 years?
4 years. Yep.
So hopefully he stays healthy. I hope he does. He'll be very competitive in the division for the next fucking 10 years if he stays healthy.
Yeah, literally.
But this is my other point. If you look at the top 5 quarterbacks right now who are getting paid, I think it's Jordan Love, Lawrence, Tua now. I think Justin Herbert's up there. And there's one more else, but one thing that all those guys don't have is they haven't made it to Super Bowl yet. And that is why it'll be none of them in the Super Bowl. Because it's me fucking Pat Mahomes again. Kermit the Frog, Pat Mahomes, because he took that pay cut, get receivers, get a good team around him. Same thing that Brady did, and they are going to go back to back to back. Because he's not in the top 5. So Mahomes, they're going to win again because he took a pay cut. Maybe the Lions, for Jacob's sake, and my new Lions fans' sake.
Exactly.
They make the Super Bowl, but I can see it. All those top 5 quarterbacks, they're not going to have Super Bowls within the next 3 years, except maybe Jared Goff.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it seems like they paid the guys that want the money really don't have enough wealth to go around to pay everybody. But the Lions, man, there's a well-built machine. They just paid their left tackle today as well, gave him an extension. So I trust Brad Holmes what he can do, but every other squad, I can't guarantee that I trust him. So. Now we got flag football coming to the Olympics in 2028. So we were told by Andy, shout out, what would our roster look like? Remember, this is 4 years down the road, so we can't really pick an older player now. But what would just some key players that you'd want to see on this team?
So it would be 7s.
Probably 7-on-7, yeah.
All right, so you need a quarterback,
couple,
do you need a center, or are they just doing it with the ref toss it back?
I'm not sure. They probably will have. Maybe like the linebacker on defense will probably be the snapper.
Oh yeah.
Something like that, because that's how we would do it.
I'd say then, let's do quarterback, receiver, running back, tight end.
Yeah, that's fine with me. That's what we got.
Alright, so quarterback, I'm saying fucking
Yeah, he's still gonna be good in about 4 years, I would say too. So yeah, I don't see why not.
And he can sling the ball, and he can. They can rush, right? After a set count, maybe?
It depends on how the rules are. I've seen it both ways where they do and don't, so I'm not sure how.
I'll say they can. Like, I trust Mahomes down the line.
Right.
Any other quarterback right now.
Right.
And that receiver, obviously, gotta go fucking Tyreek.
Do you think he'll still be as fast or as good in 4 years though? Because he's like 31 or 32.
Yeah. Well, I know he wants to play. He was
Right.
one of the first ones to say. And we don't know. We haven't seen NFL polls yet, like how many guys are actually interested.
Right.
And Mahomes and Tyreek again. For a
That
little
would be
throwback.
pretty dope, yeah. I think as well, too. I mean, honestly, we could really honestly throw anybody in there because the competition right now is not going to be close. So
You could throw Tom Brady in there. He can just stand back there and throw shit.
that would be kind of cool, actually, if he went in there.
Because that's how Gronk wants to go play too.
Really?
But it depends on how serious they take this.
Right.
Because we know we'd start fucking all the guys that get cut on Hard Knocks and then he'd go probably beat any other country.
Right.
Shit, let's go throw Craig Schultz in there and he would sling the ball.
Yeah, Craig Schultz would sling the ball, too. His shoulder might hurt after a couple throws, but he'll get in there and chuck the ball around.
Well, alright, so we got Mahomes, Tyreek,
I would say probably Justin Jefferson, get him in there.
Jefferson. I mean, I'm trying to think of running backs that are young. I mean,
Gibbs,
Bijan,
Brees Hall. I mean,
McCaffrey still.
McCaffrey, he'll probably be a little older, but I mean, he can still get in there and do it for sure.
Alright, and then, I mean, a tight end, I would say Kelsey, but he'd be way too old now.
Laporta.
Oh yeah, Laporta.
He's probably the best younger tight end.
Maybe Kyle Pitts if he turns out what he's supposed to be like.
Right, I think he will with Kirk Cousins this year.
Yeah. Another wide receiver.
I mean, you can pick. I mean, you could even pick Jalen Waddle if you wanted to. No one's going to pick him up. Other guys, Garrett Wilson.
I mean, fucking Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, true.
Shit, you could have Burrow. It depends on how big they make their roster too.
Right.
Burrow could be up there. Or running backs.
Yeah, I mean,
Cooper Kupp.
Puka Nacua.
Is he? He is U.S. nationality.
Yeah, I think he's like Hawaii, like Samoan.
It'd be interesting though if some of the guys think they should make the cut. They want to go play for a different country like NBA guys do sometimes.
Right.
But I mean, I feel like we got over the main names right now.
I think so.
I mean, shit. After this wide receiver class, in 4 years, we might have fucking all new names.
No, literally. I mean, Caleb Williams could be the quarterback in 4 years.
Caleb Williams. Any of those 20 receivers that you listed off your big board.
CJ Stroud. I mean, fuck.
Shit, CJ. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, any of those receivers. I mean, it was fucking big class.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison.
St. Brown.
St. Brown definitely can go in there too. He's from LA. Yeah, Jameson, J-Mo definitely could. I mean, no one's catching him with his speed. Don't even look even start on J-Mo right now, though. We'll save it for football season. Big take with J-Mo. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I was thinking. I mean, you really honestly could throw anybody in there. The competition's going to not be good at all for the first 10 years, maybe.
Yeah, shit, 20 years maybe.
Right. All right, you ready to get into some tier lists?
Yes.
All right, so I made a tier list, and I want you to react to it. I'll break it down real quick, and then you can tell me what you think. So Super Bowl favorites, obviously, Kansas City Chiefs. They won it 2 years in a row. Good chance they can win 3 in a row for the first time ever. Don't have to say nothing about that. Super Bowl contenders, I have the Baltimore Ravens, Bengals, Lions, 49ers, Eagles, and Texans. My playoff teams, I have the Dolphins, Rams, Packers, Bills, Jets, Falcons, Browns. Potential wild cards, the Raiders, Bucks, Colts, Jaguars. Missing playoffs barely, Bears, Steelers, Seahawks, Chargers. Mediocre at best, I have the Cowboys, the Saints, and the Titans. Young but intriguing, I have the Vikings, Commanders, Cardinals in the number 1 pick conversation. Probably the worst teams in the league, I think. Broncos, Giants, Panthers, Patriots. What are your thoughts?
All right, let's go down the list like you did. Super Bowl favorites, Chiefs, I agree. Contenders, Ravens, yeah. Bengals, if everyone stays healthy, they're going to be there.
We can't forget Joe Burrow, the 2 seasons he was healthy, Super Bowl and an AFC Championship.
Exactly. Lions, obviously they proved that they're building a championship program or team there. 49ers, they'll always be up there no matter what. If they can stay healthy. Eagles, I think they will be back with the addition of Saquon Barkley. Texans, I think they could be there. If not this year a contender, they'll definitely be a lock for a playoff team.
Right.
Just sometimes, there's sophomore slumps.
Right.
And I mean, they still didn't win that many games in the regular season. They proved the teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But with Burrow back, that could mean Texans go down a little bit.
Right.
But playoff teams, Dolphins, obviously. The Rams, obviously, they're just going to keep getting better.
Yep.
Especially Puka and Nakua.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay, we already talked about it. Jordan Love will prove himself. Bills, even though they lost Diggs, they still got Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think that's all you need. And even Keon Coleman, their young rookie from Florida State, is looking like a baller. Defensively, they're just a younger team, but it's a new revamped Bills, and I really like Josh Allen.
Yeah. Jets, I think that's pretty obvious. Aaron Rodgers, they fucking could have been good even if they got someone less.
Yep.
And then Falcons, if they figure it out, I think they could.
Yep.
But it's just a lot riding on potential.
Yep, I agree. And they're in there because the NFC South is just wide open.
True.
So I think they'll just get in potentially. If Kirk Cousins can play, I mean, they went 7-9 last year with Desmond Ritter.
Yeah,
and
they have such young weapons.
Yeah, young weapons. I think big year for Bijan. I mean, this could be the year that Kyle Pitts finally gets unlocked that we've been waiting for so long. But yeah, I think the Falcons pretty good too.
And the Browns just proved that they can have any fucking quarterback, and there's overall a good team.
With the healthy Deshaun Watson, I was really contemplating making them Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, if they halfway through the season, they could be up there easily.
They could, especially the new duo Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
That's a pretty deadly duo. And then if Nick Chubb can come back healthy, but honestly, at running back, Kevin Stefanski, their head coach, proves that they can be anybody back there and they'll be successful. Kareem Hunt came off the streets last year and was producing for him. So
and then Chubb, when he's back healthy.
Yeah, when he's healthy, it's game over.
And then potential wild cards, the Bucks, obviously Baker.
Yep.
Raiders proved that they love this new coach. And
Right.
they're just going to be fucking dogs.
And we forget that they went 8-9 last year. They're 1 or 2 swings away. If they would have had AP the whole year, they could have made the playoffs. All depends on Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew, whoever you decide. But I don't know. Have you seen Receiver yet?
No.
On Netflix, when you watch it, you'll understand. You'll see the frustration that Devontae has playing with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's like, fuck that guy.
I saw clips of it, and he was like fucking pissed, but
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You'll probably binge it for a while because it's just really good.
And then obviously the Colts are just good all-around team.
I will say one thing about the Colts before we get any further. If Anthony Richardson is healthy and he plays the way that I think he could, I think this team could be a guaranteed playoff team.
I agree.
Because the way he played the first 5 games of the season, he would look so amazing running the ball, throwing it. They added A.D. Mitchell from Texas. I think they could have a very sneaky good year this year.
Yeah. And the Jags, we've all been waiting for them to prove what they are, prove that people forget that Lawrence was supposed to be he's supposed to be dominating right now.
Right, he's supposed to be the Joe Burrow. He was the generational talent. He's supposed to be the Caleb Williams.
He's supposed to be like a mini fucking Peyton Manning, tall, white, fucking sling the ball.
Right.
All right, now missing playoff teams.
This is like barely missing the playoffs.
Yeah, Bears. Yeah, I mean they got Caleb Williams, Keenan Allen. They still got to figure it out. You're putting a lot on a rookie quarterback, and he has expectations.
Right.
We'll see if he can live up to it. Steelers. Obviously, it's the fucking Steelers. They always make the playoffs somehow. I think they could actually make it, but obviously they're missing just slightly. But it depends on Russell Wilson.
And in their division, it's tough too. I mean, you got Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Browns all in the playoffs as I have, if not Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
So it's a tough division, and if Russell Wilson can play decent ball, and even if not, dude, I would be completely fine if they said, you know what, Russ, it was good seeing you. Let's throw Justin Fields in there for the rest of the season, see what he can do, because I still believe in Justin Fields. We've talked about that.
Exactly. But the thing is, are you going to take a bold take and have them win the...
Not this time. No.
All right, Seahawks, they just got to figure out what their new ideas, their new vision, the way they look with a new coach. Pete Carroll is finally out of the head coaching position.
Right. This may be a little biased to me because Mike McDonald was the defense coordinator for Michigan.
Yeah.
But again, I still think they have a lot of talent defensively. They're young. I like their cornerbacks and Tariq Woolen, Devon Weatherspoon, and Kenneth Walker, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Tyler Lockett, Deacon Metcalf. That's one of the best trios in the NFL still.
Yeah.
It all depends on Geno Smith. We'll see what he can do.
And the Chargers, I really want to say they are a wild card team, but that division is always going to be tough. And it's still new coach Harbaugh. I bet in 2 years they're a definite lock for the playoffs. But there's no expectations to win right now.
No.
So give Harbaugh a year to actually put his stamp on Herbert, and I bet Herbert shines in 2 years.
I agree. It's definitely a feel-out year. You don't know who that number one receiver is. They got Ladd McConkey from Georgia, Quentin Johnston from TCU.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And they lost Keenan Allen, so someone needs to step up.
And Mike Williams.
So this is the year they figure out what works, who's their franchise guys, and then in 2 years, that's when they hit the ground running. Just kind of, it reminded me of the Lions almost.
Yeah, I think they could have a Lions second year where they maybe start slow and turn it out at the end of the year.
Surprising teams.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Justin Herbert's just a dog, dude. I believe in him fully.
And then mediocre at best, Saints, unless they fucking figure out who they actually want to have at fucking quarterback.
Right.
And then Cowboys, it's the fucking Cowboys.
Easy take for me. They're not making the playoffs this year. The Cowboys, I think, ran back the same team. They lose Tony Pollard, get Zeke back. If Zeke can turn back the hand 5 years, this would be a decent team, but I don't think they make the playoffs. I think they go 8-9.
Who even knows if Dak wants to be there if he doesn't get paid?
He made a comment today, or was it yesterday, saying, you know, sometimes all the best players don't stay on the same team forever. So I think he's preparing mentally to hit free agency. I tell you what, don't let him hit free agency next year because he's going to make a fuck ton of money that the Cowboys will not pay. But I understand. Just look at the situation. You want Dak, who wants to make probably $60 million a year. CeeDee Lamb wants to be paid like a top 2 receiver. And Michael Parsons does as well. So that's almost 60% of your cap on 3 players. You can't have that.
I could see them maybe sneaking in a wild card. But I mean, Cowboys are a mess, have always been a mess. And Jerry Jones he's pulling Rob Pelinka, not making any moves in the summer. And then mediocre at best, the last team, the Tennessee Titans. I mean, it's the Titans. Derrick Henry left. They need to find a new identity. Not much to say, honestly.
We'll see about Will Levis, big year for him.
Yeah.
That's what Hudson says. He says, watch out for the Titans. But they got Calvin Ridley and D-Hop. We'll see how that goes. It's very interesting.
And then, young but still intriguing, the Vikings, obviously, didn't give time for JJ to step in. I could see next year they could maybe be close to missing the playoffs. Just give JJ his time. And if Justin Jefferson believes in what they're doing there in a few years, that division is just going to be crazy. It'll be the best division in football.
No, I agree. And yeah, I just think they're young. No really expectations for them. Could possibly make a playoff push, but we'll see what happens with them.
And then Arizona Cardinals, I mean, it all just depends on Murray.
It all depends on him. Is Marvin Harrison really that guy? They're a super young team. I'm very curious to see what the Cardinals do this year. Same thing with the team next.
The Washington Commanders. They're young as fuck too.
I think if Jaden Daniels can play well, they had a lot of pieces on defense, bringing in Austin Eckler, Terry McLaurin's still over there. I really like the Commanders, man. They've made a lot of moves defensively, picking up Bobby Wagner. I think people forget about that.
Yeah.
He's going to be a big staple for them. And adding, the boy from Michigan, Mike Sainer, still number 0, the cornerback.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to make some plays for them. I'm really excited about the Commanders. They could be a sneaky playoff team.
All through these teams in like 2-3 years, I could see them being playoff teams. But they're young.
Right.
Not many expectations except Kyler Murray, honestly.
Right.
He needs to perform.
Which I think he will. I believe in Kyler.
I do. I like him still. He's always had a lot of drama lately, just being hurt.
Right.
Doesn't go over the playbook, gaming too much, but people forget he's supposed to be next up too.
Right.
And before he got injured, he was balling.
No, he was, and I just really like his game. I mean, his game really translates well.
And then bottom of the barrel, number 1 picks, Broncos. Fuck the Broncos.
Fuck the
Listener,
Broncos.
if you're still listening, they fucking suck.
Yeah, fuck the Broncos.
And then the Giants are just a fucking mess.
Yep.
Just get rid of Daniel Jones.
Yep.
And then the Patriots, new era, but bad era.
Right.
We'll see what the hell they do. And then the Panthers. I hope Bryce Young has a better season.
I think he will. It's really hard to get from worse, and they added a lot of more weapons. They had Deontay Johnson from the Steelers.
Yeah.
And then their new rookie. If you're a fantasy player, look to get him, Xavier Legette. He's that big dude, remember, from South Carolina, number 17, kind of look like Debo. He's been looking good. I saw a couple of highlights of him in camp, and I really like what I would like to see there. But that's the tier list, my tier list for this season in the NFL. Shout out Hall of Fame game that's on Thursday. Preseason's here. Football's almost back, baby.
Fantasy drafts will be happening soon.
Exactly.
We have one coming up soon, right?
Yes, and I think in 2 weeks, Elliott's got it coming up. We need a couple more guys, so if anyone's listening wants to join, we need a couple more guys.
Alright, now what I've all been waiting for.
Yes.
MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you haven't watched Deadpool and Wolverine yet, you need to go watch it.
I haven't watched it yet, but without giving anything away, what are your initial reactions of Deadpool Wolverine? Does this bring the MCU back? Does this movie live up to expectations? Is this what we needed in the MCU after we've already went through an MCU episode where everything just went to shit? Is he the Messiah? Is he the Messiah like he said he was?
As Deadpool said in the movie, which isn't a spoiler, he is Marvel Jesus.
Yes. Did he bring it back?
He did bring it back. It's not bringing it back as strong as obviously Endgame did or any of those other movies, but he's bringing hope back. This movie reminded me of Captain America: Winter Soldier. They kept it simple. I was expecting more bigger cameos, but I'm very happy they didn't, because that would just remind me of Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, where they relied too much on the cameos.
Right.
Honestly, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so I'd rank it Spider-Man No Way Home or Far From Home or whatever, the last one. I'd rank it probably better, honestly.
Okay.
The story is way better.
Okay.
They didn't rely on just the big cameos. Like, Spider-Man is so good because they brought back the old Spider-Man and all the villains. If you look at the storyline of that, it's honestly shit compared to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, that's good.
And Deadpool Wolverine was the perfect comedy buddy movie. But also it had violence. It had the best, honestly the best Marvel fight scenes I've ever seen.
Really?
Bloody, but not, like, it's fucking amazing.
And you said that this is your favorite Wolverine as well, right?
Yes, this Wolverine and the story they tell that leads up to Hugh Jackman becoming this new Wolverine, it's probably the best, like, quick storyline of Wolverine I've seen. I know there's a lot more comics that fucking Carson fucking know about, and any other Marvel guru comic book. But this movie, the cameos, all I'm saying, no spoilers, it was basically a goodbye to the Fox universe that we grew up on.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's all I gotta say, and they did it perfectly. You'll see, and if anyone hasn't listened, or if anyone follows me on TikTok, I fucking posted probably 50 fucking spoilers on there. And if so you see my repost, I'm sorry. Shout out to Eli Covert, because I know he has me on TikTok.
Yeah.
So if I spoil it for you, that's your fault. Should have fucking seen it before.
Facts. Your fault.
But Marvel, they did a good job. Like Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds, they took control of this movie. This is the first rated R movie ever, the most swearing ever.
Right.
It felt like a Deadpool movie, but it was like the perfect introduction of Deadpool to Marvel Universe.
Good. That's the way I like to hear, man. And I'm excited to go watch it eventually one of these days, hopefully soon. But I'm really excited, man, because I think it does change the MCU. We were in a dead spot for a long time with MCU, but hopefully this will bring up new life to the MCU. As I know, this next role, this next announcement that was made. But for a little backstory, let's remind everybody that Avengers 5 was supposed to be called the Kang Dynasty.
Correct.
Obviously, with no one really knew after the Infinity Stone saga what was going to happen. But Jonathan Majors playing He Who Remains and Loki was just a perfect role that they want to spin off and do Kang the Conqueror with him after the Quantum Mania having all the Kangs. That was a new thing that was going on. But he just got pissed and was beating his wife, and you just can't be doing that, or girlfriend at the time.
I know the movie's so bad, Jonathan Majors, but you can't beat your wife.
No,
man.
you can't beat your wife, man, because I was really excited to see
I
him
was too.
because he's a really great actor.
And Kang the Conqueror, how Hugh Jackman is made for Wolverine and Steve Rogers is made for Captain America, and I can't see any other people replacing it. Chris Hemsworth is made for Thor.
Yep.
Jonathan Majors seemed like he was made for Kang.
Yep, exactly.
And speaking of this guy, who was also made for the role, Robert Downey Jr. is also made for Iron Man.
Yeah.
But new mask, same task.
That was a great line. And for everyone that doesn't know what Cam's talking about, Avengers 5 coming out in 2025 is now not the Kang Dynasty, it's Doomsday.
Doomsday.
And if people don't know, what's his first name? It's Von Doom. I don't remember his first name.
Dr. Brown.
Yeah, Dr. Von Doom is played by Robert Downey Jr.
He is back, baby.
He's back, and I think this is a very safe move because you need to put it back on place. It's going to be very, very weird seeing him being the villain, and I wonder if they're going to play around with it, because what's going to happen when Robert Downey Jr. runs into Tom Holland's Spider-Man?
That's what I'm hoping for the most. This is what I see it in my head. So, obviously, I think Spider-Man's going to be helping Fantastic Four, right?
Yep.
And Spider-Man's going to be like, or it might be a little, it seems like a neighborhood threat.
Right.
Something's happened. He swings in, he's fighting Dr. Doom, and then somehow he knocks off the mask.
Yep.
And he's like, Mr. Stark, I miss you so much. But then Dr. Doom, Stark, almost kills him.
Yeah.
Then that's when Fantastic Four finds him.
Right.
Like, who's this spider guy? Somehow the Avengers, obviously they have a tracker or some shit.
Right.
And then they wake up Tom or Peter,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, Mr. Stark, he's back. And then everyone's in fucking shock.
Yeah.
And then, boom, it's fucking Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to do this. Is he going to be a variant of Iron Man, but he's just evil? I wonder how they're going to play this, or if they're going to regard it anything at all. I mean, I think it'd be smart to do what you said and have him, Spider-Man, remember him as Iron Man. But again, maybe they don't at all. Maybe they just move away from it. But I don't think they would. The way that the multiverse, they wouldn't set up the multiverse and bring him back to not think that, oh, that's Iron Man or that's Tony Stark, not Dr. Doom.
So what I've seen is a lot of people think this will be the infamous Iron Man. So basically, the infamous Iron Man, what I've seen on TikTok, and what Carson have told me, infamous Iron Man is basically Iron Man mixed with Dr. Doom.
Stop.
So basically,
Oh, so there's already a character built.
yeah. So
Gotcha.
a lot of people might be pissed because they think it's the normal Dr. Doom. But the only way to actually bring back a character, which I think they will do, because it's like Tony Stark died,
Right.
so it's not going to be the same one. It might be a variant. Or maybe Dr. Doom found Tony Stark's body.
Right.
But in the comics, there's many different ways. Dr. Doom captured Tony Stark, in which I think he captures a variant, and he puts his own mind in Iron Man's mind.
Yeah.
And that's how he becomes infamous Iron Man. It's basically Iron Man's suit mixed with Dr. Doom's suit.
I gotcha.
And that's the only way I think they could do it. Because also this movie comes out in fucking 2 years. There's not enough time
Not
to
even
build up a whole character.
1 year, actually.
Ah, shit.
They said 2 years as a thing, but I think
Yeah.
it might be later on in the year. But yeah, we'll see.
But that's the only way, a variant of Dr. Doom Dr. Doom, not variant, variant of Iron Man gets captured.
Right.
Because obviously there's other variants, which they already did that in other movies.
Right. I wonder if they're gonna play that, or if they're just gonna throw him out there. If there's gonna be a backstory behind him.
Assuming
Assuming that he's gonna be the new big bad villain of this Secret Wars, he probably won't be in Captain America: Brave New World. That's gonna set up probably the Hulk movie that's coming out, but I'm very interested to see where the Avengers or where MCU is going, man. It's gonna be very interesting.
I think it's perfect. A lot of people are hating on it because they're like, oh, he died and stuff.
Right.
But I think that's how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, and I think people hate it right now, but once he starts playing his role and you see him as Doctor Doom, you're gonna love it because he's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And he'll play the role perfectly. He's gonna be the evil villain.
You can't blame Marvel. They literally did have a plan, but Jonathan Majors fucked everything up.
Right.
So I mean, this is honestly the perfect fucking pivot.
No, it
You're
is.
to the guy that started the MCU,
Right.
everyone's favorite, and now he's the big bad villain.
Right.
Like, that's fucking perfect writing.
I think it's perfect too. That's why when I'm very confused why people hate it or are indifferent about it. It's like, yeah, one can move on from that, but it's like I said before, it's a safe pick. Get the guy who started this whole thing off, who's the main hero. Yeah, he started off the MCU and he was the main guy for everything. And bring him back to play the villain. Let's see what goes.
The main villain.
Yeah.
I know, like Carson's like he wanted a different role, a different actor playing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, this just adds so much story. They can bring in the infamous Iron Man. That already has a connection to the other heroes, and I think that's what made Thanos so good too. Like, there's characters that were already affected. Like, Gamora was affected by Thanos, the way she was raised, and then Peter Quill met him, and everyone knew of Thanos. Freaking Thanos is in Iron Man's dreams. So I think that's the way Marvel's gonna go. And obviously, if people don't know what Doomsday means, Doomsday refers to Superman Doomsday. Where out of nowhere, this fucking monster beast Doomsday comes in and kills Superman out of nowhere. So I'm thinking that possibly that's how, like, Marvel just has Doctor Doom just comes out of nowhere, and it's like Doomsday, and he's just going for blood and stuff. And I think he might kill off a lot of heroes, but that's what's going to lead to Secret Wars. Because I think the TV will realize that Doomsday is trying to literally doom a whole universe, a whole streamline, and then whoever, Deadpool, the Avengers, whatever. I'm curious to see what this new Avengers team will actually be. Maybe Thor, we need to go to a different planet, and that's where Secret Wars comes in, because they go all to this separate planet, and they basically reel in Doctor Doom to this planet where they can just go off no matter what. Because obviously, in Deadpool and Wolverine, they show this area where Deadpool gets kicked to, where all heroes are just stuck because they're trying to mess up the universe too much. Where that world is basically, it's like in the middle of space. Like, it doesn't matter anything that happens there, like, you're stuck there. So I think that's where Secret Wars is going to be. And that's where we see all Fox characters. That's where we see Tobey Maguire. We can see whoever the hell we want. Because Secret Wars is supposed to have the most cameos of all time. Like, triple the amount of Endgame. And we already saw how many fucking heroes were in Endgame.
Right. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't prepared for all that, so I'm glad you were able to break it down. I saw all this, I'm like, I don't know too much about it, but I'm glad you brought it up.
And then Captain America: Brave New World update. They showed a new trailer at the Comic-Con. It hasn't gotten out yet, but it shows freaking whatever his name is, the governor. I forgot his fucking name.
President Ritson? No, that's the old president. It's he was the Attorney General. I don't remember, but we all know.
They showed him in the movie right in front of the White House turning into the Red Hulk, and everyone freaked out about how cool it was. Harrison Ford plays.
Right.
Fuck. I'm trying to fucking search it up. What is his name? Some way old man name.
We're just gonna Thaddeus.
Thaddeus.
I was gonna say young, but it's not a freaking basketball player.
I might just be able to search up the name and we'll like Thaddeus fucking. God damn it. People that listen. Oh, fucking Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah, there we go. Thaddeus
fucking Ross.
Yeah.
But, and then also, it hasn't dropped yet, but someone recorded the Fantastic Four trailer.
Yeah.
And it looks really fucking cool.
Does it?
It's supposed to be like back in like fucking early times, like 60s, I think, but it's like futuristic. But you wanna know what they showed it then?
Huh.
Galactus is back. It shows his big ass head looking through a fucking window.
Really?
And he looks fucking amazing.
Damn, that'd be crazy because who is Galactus again?
He's basically Fantastic Four's fucking big enemy. He's
Gotcha.
literally like huge. Like you could like if you're out in space, like his whole body, like he can like walk around out there. But if you read the comics, more people know about Galactus. But like
Yeah.
he's like another big bad.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm curious how like they use Galactus and Doctor Doom and stuff. There's a lot of areas that need to connect the dots.
You can choke on that. No, I agree. Sorry, we're getting a little grumpy baby. Is there anything else you want to hit on today, brother?
I'm happy about Marvel.
Me too. I love Marvel. Come here. You're gonna choke on that. Stop.
But yeah, that wraps up our anniversary. 1 year ago today, we went for a walk and we were like, fuck it. Let's just record a fucking draft of the podcast right now. And then after that, we were like, let's just post it. And that's how this story, this journey all started. So this is season 2, episode 1 of the Short Guys podcast. We're thankful for everyone that has listened and continues to listen. We're going to work on just getting this to grow more slowly but surely, baby steps. And the season, we already got new mics, like we said on the last episode that recapped season 1. So this is season 2, episode 1. Anyone can join now. Obviously you could before, but this is fresh stuff. We're gonna back to football, baby. So we're gonna get that football talk back that we all know you guys love. And we're gonna try to get more guests. It's just been a struggle. Obviously, it's always last second trying to get guests, but we're gonna try to get guests here, more guests. There's better content for you guys, and we're just grateful that you guys listen and we're allowed to do this fucking podcast. So this is Short Guys, season 2, episode 1, fucking podcast.
Appreciate everyone coming out and like us on TikTok and YouTube as Cam is posting. He's taking over all creative content, buying a new iPad and mic, so you'll be seeing a lot more of us. Wait till football season, baby. Appreciate everyone who listens.